Well, hey there guys, and welcome back. Time for a little bit more of the NHLPA 93 action. Of course, as soon as I turn this on, the heater comes on. I haven't started anything yet, don't worry. This is just the introductory screens and all of that stuff. And so we'll go ahead and load our saved place. So the Habs here are up 2-1 against the Whalers. So we'll see what we can do here in the next game. This also played in Montreal. I'm kind of curious, actually. Is this what happened in real life? So we'll take a quick look and see if I can find the page for the postseason in 1992 or 1991-92, and here we go. In real life, I need to find the right series. There we go. Yeah, in real life, this was actually played in Hartford, so EA has it exactly backwards, but it's okay. We'll do whatever it is that we need to do. Whatever it is they tell us is right as far as we're concerned. It is sort of a thing that bothers me, you know, every single time. Oh, jeez, I'm going the wrong way. Every single time the organ music comes on, all the rest of the music sort of stops. Again, I'm not sure if that's because of the limitations of the audio and the Super Nintendo or exactly what that is. But that's kind of the way that this is. That was a really, really poor pass. There we go. Now we've got it. Try to change the line there in the middle of the attack, and it looks like it worked. And let's see if we can't get a goal scored. So it's pretty cold outside. I was actually outside trying to shovel a little bit, and we have a lot of snow that has sort of caked in, and so it's going to take a little while for everything to melt and for us to be able to get back to business as usual. We have an elementary school about 2 houses down from us, and I was out walking the dog, and I saw there was a guy with a snowplow who was trying to plow over into the parking lot of the school, and he couldn't even get anywhere. Like, he couldn't actually get into the parking lot itself because the snow was so high. So that gives you an idea of kind of what it's like here. I think we need another line change. Yeah, and look at that, a little bit fortuitous that puck ended up coming over right to the front of the bench. And let's see if we can't score something there. Apparently we can't. I might try for some longer shots instead of working it in so much. That might help us out a little bit. All right, now it looks like we're doing a little bit better. There we go. And we don't get the sound effects that we were expecting. I'm not sure what's going on here, but we scored the goal, and that's what counts for us. So the Habs up 1-0 here, and that's the end of the first period. So we got that away just barely in time. And again, I'm not sure what's going on here with the ROM or with the system or what exactly is happening, but so it is. We'll go ahead and just resume the game. We won't worry so much right now about watching highlights from the other playoff games. That didn't work very well, did it? So I think we've been doing a pretty good job here keeping the lines changed and keeping everything fresh. I don't remember who it was in the comments, but somebody was saying something about how you get a feel for it when it's time for a line change, and you really do. You can tell after a while that your guys are starting to slow down a little bit. We had the defenseman had the puck, and I felt like I was going in slow motion, so that's the sign that maybe it's time for something a little bit different. There we go. Oh man, we had over half the net there wide open, and we still were not quite able to push it in. Yeah, it looked like they were dumping it in. I guess they tried a shot from way out there. That is certainly one strategy. Anyway, good fun. As you know, I haven't played NHL 94, at least here yet. And we wind up with the hooking penalty. Good job. So now we have it all to do. I haven't played NHL 94 on this channel yet. I have played it, of course, before. I think everybody has. I think it's one of those games that you're sort of required to play when you're young. Like, oh yeah, Savard. Perfect timing, and they passed the puck right to him, and that's the way we do it. So it's 2-0 Habs now. I think we're going to win this series in the end. In real life, of course, Montreal ended up winning this series 4-3. It was a lot closer than it probably needed to be, and then they were swept by the Boston Bruins. We'll see if we can avoid that fate here. I actually don't know how far into the playoffs this game will take us, so maybe it takes us that far, maybe it doesn't. We'll find out the hard way. But yeah, you know, it's obvious that NHL 94, because it's got the what's it called, the one-timer, is a much better game in terms of gameplay. This game doesn't have that, which can be a little bit frustrating. Does the AI know here that like it can be offside? I mean, it like literally went back and decided to get onside again there in that attacking movement. I'm not sure that it fully realizes what the rules are that it's playing by. But anyway, we'll go to the third period here with that nice 2-0 lead. Anyway, there's nothing better than playing this series. I will say, though, and I have said this before, that the problem with this Super Nintendo version is that it's a little bit slower. The animation's not quite as smooth. It's pretty obvious when you play this that this is a port of the Genesis version as opposed to being a game designed specifically for the Super Nintendo's capabilities. It's not a huge issue. Like I've said before, in fact, in the video that I made about this the first game of the series, oh yeah, of course we're going to score that. Le Beau. So 3-0 now the score, and now we're kind of piling it on. But like I've mentioned before, you know, the first Madden game on the Super Nintendo had huge problems with the frame rate, like basically making the game impossible to play. The second Madden game also had similar problems. It was a lot worse than this. So for a game like this, if you are dealing with major frame rate issues, 4-0. If you're dealing with major frame rate issues in a game like this, I mean, you're really in trouble, because this game's all about speed. It's like trying to play, you know, Call of Duty or whatever with, like, you know, really inferior hardware, right? It just doesn't work. It's not going to be the same experience at all, and you can end up losing because your hardware stinks. In this case, though, it's not really necessarily a hardware problem with the Super Nintendo. It's more a programming problem. That's sort of like the big issue that I think EA was dealing with. Oh, whoops. I wanted to shoot, not pass. He ends up getting called for the penalty anyway, so despite his best efforts. It's all right. We're up 4-0. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to have this one won. That would give us a 3-1 series lead, and then we can see what happens at the end of the series if we keep on going, or exactly what the protocol is. Of course, we're short-handed here, and we're acting like we have the power play. Nice. Very good job there by Patrick Raw. And Schneider has been injured, out for the period, so much for that. Only going to be one. Nope, 2 penalties here on Hartford. Yeah, that's the one problem I think with this game, is that the refs here go a little bit nuts in terms of penalty calling. But, you know, we'll take it. I'm not even sure if I necessarily want to attack or not. We probably just want to sort of waste time and see the timeout and try for that shutout. It'll be Patrick Raw's second shutout in a row, and we've done it. So and the Habs end up winning this one 4-0. Pretty simple game for a pretty cold day outside. Hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you're not too snowed in. We, of course, are a little bit snowed in here, but it's not really necessarily all that bad. Save the state here, and that's going to be the end of that. So I will talk with you hopefully later on today, assuming I get everything else I need to get done finished up. And yeah, hope you have a good day. Talk to you later.